Hey guys, Crowcow here, and today is the 3rd anniversary of ARMS. Be sure to type down ARMS nice in the comments. I never really expected ARMS to be one of my favorite games of all time, even though it objectively isn't one of the greatest games of all time. Still, I, like a lot of people, have a lot of fond memories with the game. But if there is one memory that every single ARMS player ever shares, it's what I'm about to show you. This video right here actually captures possibly the most important moment in all of ARMS history. So this is at E3 2017. At the time, ARMS wasn't out yet, and the next day it was going to get released. Not a lot of people seemed too thrilled about the game. They thought it would just be another motion control gimmicky game by Nintendo, and the only reason they would buy it at all is to just add another game to their Switch library, because at the time there weren't a lot of Switch games out yet. And even though a lot of people still said they had fun with the global test punch, people still saw it as a big gimmick that didn't really have any depth. However, for a majority of people, that mindset changed with this right here. After a long and excruciating boring ARMS tournament with a bunch of players that did not know what they were doing, this player here, Zerk, wins the tournament, and he is crowned champion by Mr. Yabuki himself, the creator of the game.
I don't do this too often when I get these gigs, but Ed, my producer here, we saw this during Pokken Tournament Deluxe. Is it okay? Can we get an exhibition match between Mr. Yabuki and Zerk? Do you guys want to see an exhibition match between the producer?
疲れてないかって。
You're not tired, are you?
Okay.
Let's get it set.
Okay.
Zerk versus Mr. Yabuki in an exhibition match. Champion versus producer. Let's get them set in their positions. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and put the belt up there. D1, Vicky, what do you expect to see from Zerk this time? Now he's going.
So yeah, they decide to have Mr. Yabuki challenge Zerk into an exhibition match, and at this point, some people already left the stream watching the tournament, but little did they realize they were completely missing out on what would be the most important set in all of ARMS history. The set you're about to watch here is actually the set that changed the way everyone saw ARMS forever. Okay, not everyone, but a lot of people.
Rising from the grave, gonna go with Master Mummy. Interesting decision right here by Zerk as E2
Little did he know that this matchup would suck.
get set to battle it out right here in this exhibition match. We have our champion of the 2017 ARMS Open Invitational, Zerk, taking on Mr. Yabuki, producer of ARMS. Don't be nervous, Zerk. Don't worry. It's just the whole world watching you.
And watch how this match is starting. You already see Zerk trying to move back with Master Mummy. He wants to negate the...
So if you watched the stream back in the day, you might have caught on that Zerk was not handling the movement very well with Master Mummy, but Mr. Yabuki immediately starts dashing all over the place, which is actually neutral in today's meta for ARMS. It is a very key mechanic that pretty much defines the game. So you can easily tell that the skill gap between these two is very real.
50-50s with the rock, paper, scissors, with grabs and attacks, right? With the Mecha Top Punch. But this Min-Min is applying pressure from afar, and Zerk is quite content just sitting there and...
He's just camping in shield like a typical mummy. Yeah, you can see that Mr. Yabuki is playing a little bit safe, but he's making sure to dodge every attack and actually curve the Ram to actually get a hit, while Zerk is just staying there camping in shield. So the gameplay that Mr. Yabuki displayed right there, that was basic gameplay from your average ARMS player, but a playstyle like that will definitely overpower a lot of new players.
Much different playstyle than with Twin Tail. However, Min-Min has a rush attack ready to go here.
So yeah, you can easily tell that Zerk is getting desperate. He really wants to get a grab, so he's grab spamming, but Mr. Yabuki knows that is not how you play the game. In fact, what he does next actually defines the basis of ARMS gameplay as we know it today.
And you see Zerk is actually jumping a lot, giving a free opportunity for Min-Min to get the rush. But there's the grab, and that's a free charge for the Dragon. And
Oh my goodness!
we talked about the jungle on the trampoline. We talked about that D1.
That one moment blew everyone's mind. Nobody even thought of trying to break the limits of ARMS while playing the demos at E3, but Mr. Yabuki here showed us all. Everyone in the ARMS community refers to that moment as the Yabuki combo. Spring Stadium is the only stage where you can pretty much get it. You can get it on Mausoleum too, but it's not nearly as easy, and it works best with certain characters, but it's a lot more common on Spring Stadium. And because of how easy it is to pull off a Yabuki combo, it's actually banned in a lot of online tournaments. Still, if you're just getting into ARMS and you need to practice your rush confirms, it's definitely a good way to start.
Twintel's favor, wrap them around her hair and bring it on.
Okay, Mr. Yabuki just went Twintel. You can tell he's biased towards Min Min and Twintel.
Okay.
I think Zerk comes over here to switch to Springman just for the sake of better mobility, but I'm pretty sure his tactics are just going to be the same. Yeah, Zerk is just jumping around, just spamming double punches and grab spamming. But Mr. Yabuki is just schmoving. He even takes advantage of that. That's another moment that not a lot of people thought of. I think a lot of people back in the day saw rushes as just a super that was super easy to do. But Mr. Yabuki just demonstrated that you can actually prepare for it, and there actually is counterplay to the rush. Again, Mr. Yabuki is demonstrating how his game is not just another gimmick. It is a solid game with actual depth and an actual meta to be had.
Just putting Springman on the rails right here. 8 seconds left. Trying to connect, but here comes a rush attack from Springman. Meanwhile, Twintel, just nothing. Skating around there, D1.
This Springman is getting jammed.
I love D1 so much. D1 was right though. That Springman was getting jammed. In all honesty, I think we were all getting jammed when Mr. Yabuki was demonstrating how ARMS can really be as solid as it is now.
Unbelievable.
Look at him, you can just see him having a good time. He's like, nah, this scrub ain't getting nowhere. Looks like Zerk is adapting a little bit. Zerk finally caught on and did his own Yabuki combo. You can hear the crowd going crazy. Honestly, I only wish ARMS tournaments got that big and had large crowd reactions like that. Now, as important as that was, you would think that ARMS would become a lot bigger, right? Well, sadly, no. Did it save ARMS from complete utter death the day it launched? It definitely did. Did it succeed at being supported as much as the Smash community supports its game? No, not even close. Because again, if you look at the date right here, June 15th, 2017, that's actually the day before ARMS was actually released. And after that, Nintendo's Direct already happened, and this entire tournament happened after all of the announcements and whatnot. So I don't think a lot of people actually saw it. Nevertheless, ARMS still managed to sell really well with over 2 million copies, and as small as the ARMS community is, they still pulled through, and they were still willing to push ARMS to the absolute limit. I think now we are pretty much at the absolute limit, but it's not stopping us from playing the game anytime soon, especially after the Smash announcement. So yeah, I hope you guys see how the ARMS community got any kind of spark at all, even if you don't see a lot of people talking about the game besides Smash Brothers. But just let me know what you guys think. It is June after all, and we are due for an ARMS fighter soon, and I seriously hope they get announced very soon. Aw man, I have been waiting ages for this. ARMS may have had a troubled history back then, but hopefully it'll have an even brighter future.